Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are test driving a 2023 Honda CR-V EXL. This has the 1.5 liter turbo Honda engine with 190 horsepower. Apparently the hybrids are faster, but I haven't yet had the privilege to drive one of those. I'm doing this test drive on the freeway because, quite honestly, this sort of seems to be this car's natural habitat. I've been driving it around for a couple of days, and it seems to feel most at home on the freeway, weirdly enough. Smooth ride, very composed. Around town and on kind of a curvy road, there's not a whole lot to set it apart one way or another from the very crowded field of compact SUVs. But I do like the way that it comports itself on a higher speed drive on the freeway, so that's why we're doing this. It should be noted that I have the engine set to normal mode. On this car, you have 3 different modes to set the engine. You have snow, which I haven't used because we don't really get snow in Orange County. And you have eco and you have normal. And the eco mode is horrible in this car. I mean, the car just feels very slow and like it took some Valium or something. So I haven't been using that very much, but the normal mode is fine. It does have good power. If they would have tuned this engine to run on premium fuel, it could have a little bit more power, but that would be a sales killer for a mass market car like this. What I wish automakers would do would be to sort of give their clients the choice, because with modern engines, modern computers that are running the ECUs in these cars, it knows what sort of fuel is in it. So it could adjust its power output accordingly. So I wish that they would have kind of given people the option, if you put premium, to get another little bit of horsepower and torque out of it if that's your thing. But the engine's fine as it is in normal mode. Just to give you an idea of refinement, we're doing about 75 right now. A little bit of wind noise, a little bit of tire noise, but nothing bad. And at that speed, if I did need to pass somebody, I would have had plenty of power in reserve to do so. Very good sight lines out of this car. It's very easy to see out of it. This being the EXL model, it does have the blind spot monitoring, and it also has parking sensors. Of course, the backup camera is standard, and the Honda sensing safety stuff, forward collision alert, lane keeping assist, etc., etc. So all the modern safety features are here, if not any cutting edge ones. I have to say, my overall opinion of this car is I'm a little underwhelmed by it. The pros it has, I think it looks nice from the outside. I like the design, and the interior is pretty roomy, especially for passengers. I think those are the best things about it. The way it drives is fine, but nothing very special one way or the other. I think the equipment, at least in this EXL model, is slightly lacking, but maybe I'm just being old-fashioned saying that. The MSRP on this particular car is $35,555. For that, you do get leather seats, you get wireless Apple CarPlay, you get air vents for the backseat passengers, you do not get factory navigation, you do not get all-wheel drive, you do not get USB charging ports for your backseat passengers. You do get wireless charging. You do not get cooled seats. You don't have a fully digital instrument cluster. It just, somehow it just feels like not a great bargain. But, you know, this is a brand new model, and unfortunately, inflation is a big reality that we've all been dealing with for the last couple of years, and I think it is starting to hit new car designs now, and there's only so much that automakers can do to keep the prices somewhat in line when they redesign a new model like this with what the old one was. So they have to potentially cut some content, you know? You get a regular moonroof, you don't get a panoramic moonroof. You get wireless Apple CarPlay, but you don't get factory navigation. It's only got a 9-inch touchscreen. I mean, I say it's only got a 9-inch touchscreen. The touchscreen's fine, but, you know, doesn't come with a 1,000,000-inch screen. It does have adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assists. It's a nice car, and I have to be honest, I review these cars to keep abreast of what's going on in the marketplace, and because videos like this do well, but this is not necessarily my cup of tea as far as what I like in an automobile. It's not a car that I would spend my own money on. But at the same time, I can be impressed with cars in this class, and somehow, yeah, this one doesn't impress me all that much. I don't hate it by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's a fine car. I'm sure Honda will sell every single one of them that they can possibly build. My understanding is that the hybrid models are going for $5,000 to $10,000 over MSRP in Southern California right now as I film this. I'm filming this at the beginning of March of 2023. I don't think they're getting over window for like this variant of it. This is just the regular 1.5 liter turbo, but I don't know, maybe they are. I'm sure they're trying. They can't say no unless you ask, right? If you are looking for this car, I think you will love it. You might notice some missing features, and that might annoy you a little bit, and you might be upset with your local dealer if they're trying to get way over MSRP for the one that you want. That's understandable, but supply and demand is what it is sometimes, so if some people are going to pay it, that's what they're going to charge. So I think Honda probably did a very good job knowing their market with this car, but it doesn't feel like they shot for the moon either. It feels like they knew that. I kind of got this feeling when I drove the new HR-V last year, the 2023 HR-V. It feels like they knew, like, we're going to sell a ton of these things. We don't really need to try that hard on it. You know, people are just going to buy it because it's an SUV and it's a Honda and it's the right size and it's a good value, and it's all good. Don't worry about it. Don't crack your head open like a coconut, as I say to puzzled looks sometimes. Oh wow, there's an old RAV4 EV. You don't see those every day. Oh, and there's a Corolla with a bashed in bumper. Those you kind of do see every day almost. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about driving this wonderful automobile. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments. If you would like more disjointed, half-hearted commentary on cars. Oh man, there's like a Safari Edition Lexus. What is that, an ES? I'm more interested in the old shit boxes that are driving by than driving this brand new Honda. I think that pretty much sums it up. Anyway, I'm done. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.